We cool? Okay. So you had these questions, and I might as well just go ahead and interview you myself. I'll ask you the questions,
Okay.
and so you can let people know how you feel about these things. Yeah. All right. So, how old were you when you started singing and acting?
Well, before I started singing and acting, I started dancing. I started dancing when I was 3 years old, and singing when I was 6 years old, and acting when I was 9.
Wow. So you started early.
Yeah, I did.
Very cool. All right. And what keeps you inspired? What makes you keep doing this over and over again?
Well, I think everything I do is just something that I've always loved to do, and I can't picture myself not doing what I'm doing. I think if I had to live life again, I would totally do what I would totally keep singing, keep acting, keep dancing.
So right. So you would do this all over again if you had to.
Yeah.
And mind you, you're just getting started. So
Yeah.
that's awesome. Okay. So what do you prefer doing more, singing or writing songs?
Well, writing songs, I just started,
Okay.
and I loved it.
Really?
Yes, I'm gonna keep on writing songs, and singing is something that I've always loved. I think I can't really decide. They're two different things.
Right. Well, I think it's wonderful if you sing the songs that you write,
Right.
rather than have somebody else write songs for you. You can.
Yeah, because it's not the same.
When you write your songs, you can express your own feelings.
Right.
So that's a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that answers the next question. Why? Okay. So what do you? This is a sensitive question, and answer it truthfully.
Okay.
What do your friends think of your fame?
Well, most of my friends support me.
Good.
But then there's some that are always there's this question that they always ask, why? So like, let's say I'm going to record a song.
Right.
Oh, why are you going to record a song? I'm gonna take dance lessons. Why are you taking dance lessons? Why this? Why that?
So you think maybe there's a little tinge of maybe jealousy?
Yeah.
Or could it be also that they don't understand why you're dedicating so much time to something that they don't do?
Probably both reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So,
I feel like it's something that they shouldn't have. Everyone's different, and they must have like their talent of their own. And this is
most
what
friends,
I love to do.
Most friends support you.
Most, yes.
Okay. But there are some that maybe they misunderstand what you're doing, don't understand what you're doing, or perhaps they have a little bit of jealousy. As you say, why?
Why? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you still get nervous performing on TV?
All the time.
Still?
All the time. All the time. I could be doing anything, like even if it's a photo shoot. Like
Really?
I'm not even talk. I'm nothing. I'm taking pictures. I get nervous.
Really?
Yes, for everything. I feel like if you don't get nervous, you lose that feeling of like, like this is, oh my god, like I'm gonna do this,
Right.
like that, those nerves that you get inside.
So
those
maybe
butterflies.
part of that nervousness is actually excitement that you're doing something that you love.
Yeah.
Okay, so you still get a little bit nervous. That's good.
Yes, I do.
Now, how did you like Los Angeles? What is different from Los Angeles and Miami?
I loved Los Angeles. When I went, it was amazing. What's different is the weather. Like during the day, it's like hot, and then at night it starts getting cold. I like that, I get the mix of both. And the people were amazing. Hopefully I could live there one day. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. So on those cold nights, you can wear like really cool clothes. Right?
Yeah.
Jackets and sweaters that you never get to wear here.
In the morning, you want to go to the beach? Oh, you can go to the beach, and at night,
Wherever you
ice
go.
skating or something. I don't know.
Excellent. All right, this is a difficult question. How do you even ask somebody this? What is your favorite song to sing? Do you have one in particular?
My favorite song to sing. That's a hard one.
Is
I
there one
love to
particular
sing.
song that always pops up in your head?
But you know what? Now Justin Bieber has a new album.
Right.
I have his tickets and everything. I'm gonna go to his concert.
You going for sure?
Going for sure. And yeah, I think "Life Is Worth Living." That song is really beautiful.
Does the lyrics to that song resonate a little bit with you? Like,
Yeah.
do you feel like it describes something you feel inside?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think every time I listen to a song and I like it, like it's always about the lyrics. Oh.
Well, that's the songwriter in you is coming out.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you have any pastimes, hobbies besides writing music?
Besides writing music, well, I go ice skating. I'm an equestrian.
In Miami, you ice skate?
Yes.
Where?
There's an ice arena in like Kendall.
Okay.
I go there, yeah, I skate with my friends.
Cool.
It's amazing. It's super cool because
Get your mind off other things.
yeah, definitely. And not only that, there's like a type of like instead of like figure skating, there's freestyling,
Right.
which is like a cool version. You do like cool tricks on the ice and stuff. So I'm there and I'm with my friends. It's amazing. Apart from ice skating, I told you I was an equestrian. I ride horses. I go shooting with my dad.
Really?
Yes.
Do you ever shoot while riding horses?
No.
You ever shoot while ice skating?
No. No.
Okay. Hey, just a little thing for the camera person. Do you want to keep the camera stationary? You want to keep the camera stationary at all times? No, just asking if maybe you wanted to move it around. You could do that too, if you wanted to. I can always re-ask a question if you wanted to. Just keep that in mind. If you want. Okay, let's move on. We have a few more. So let's see. Now, I'm sure there are some people who are starstruck. Some kids are starstruck when they see you. They see you on TV all the time, and you know they watch your shows and all that, and then all of a sudden they'll see you in person. They might be like, "Oh my God, that's Gaby Borges."
Yeah.
But have you ever been starstruck?
I have actually. I don't really have a certain, like I have like different moments when I've been like starstruck. Yeah. I went to.
What comes to mind? Who comes to mind that you were like, "Oh my God"?
Well, I met Austin Mahone.
Austin Mahone.
That was really cool. Also, Justin Bieber. He followed me on Twitter. So.
He follows you on Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That was really cool too. And I love Justin Bieber, so like when he followed me, I was like, ooh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any advice for someone a little younger than you who's trying to make it big, who's trying to do what you do? What should they do?
Well, si tienes un sueño, lucha por él porque todo en la vida es posible. Which means, if you have a dream, follow it because, everything is possible.
So no one should give up.
No one should give up. This career is really hard. The one that I'm in is really hard. There's a lot of rejection. There's a lot of, and I'm still here, and I'm not gonna give up.
How do you deal with rejection? That question's not here, but let me ask you: how do you deal with rejection? Because yes, I agree with you. There's much more rejection than there's acceptance.
Right.
So when the acceptance parts are great, right?
Yeah.
Because when they accept you, when an audience applauds or something, you're like, oh my God, it's great. But how do you deal with rejection?
Rejection, that's always been super tough for me. I think I've always dealt with rejection in my life and stuff because apart from acting and them telling me, oh no, you didn't make it for this, you didn't make it for that, I've also had rejection with friends,
Really?
because of this career, because of that little jealousy.
You go back to the that they don't understand what you're doing, they don't know why you're bothering with it, and they're a little jealous.
Yeah, so I've always dealt with rejection, and it's okay. Still have my head up, and
does it tend to just slide off your back after a while, and you're like, whatever?
It takes me a while, but yes, it does. Yeah.
I know it's a very tough business, and I know there are times that you have to deal with those personal issues.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's not all fun and games. Like not everybody thinks, oh, she's up there singing and dancing and acting.
Oh yeah, everyone thinks that.
It's easy, right? Piece of cake.
No,
They don't realize how much you have to learn your lines, learn your parts, get in front of the camera. When the director says action, you gotta act. And if you mess up, you screw the other person over.
Exactly.
So.
And then do it again. It's time.
Those are the little things that people don't realize. And they think, oh, what she does is a piece of cake. Anybody can do it. It's not. It's very difficult. Okay, a few more. So what has been your favorite thing to film?
Definitely has to be Eva Luna, because that was my first really, my first big project. And it was awesome. It was my first experience, plus it was with huge actors.
Oh boy.
And the rating went really good for that soap opera, so I think that definitely has to be the best.
So that will put you on the map, huh? That one pretty much made people notice you.
And not only that, the process to actually getting there, because it's a Spanish soap opera, so I did the casting. I did the casting in English because I had no idea about Spanish. I spoke Spanish horrible, and I did it in English, and they still chose me. Wow. And they said, you know what, you have to learn Spanish.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I did.
As if acting's not difficult enough.
Now
you have to read the script in Spanish.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it was hard, but it was awesome.
But it was rewarding. It's been
It
your favorite thing to
definitely
film so far.
Definitely, yeah.
That's awesome. Great. Okay, so what are your role models? Who do you look up to?
Ooh, Sia. I love
Mhm.
Sia. Sia, Adele, and of course Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mentioned Justin Bieber 3 times.
Yeah, no, Justin Bieber. He's really talented.
Yes, yes,
really,
he
really
is.
talented.
People don't give him the credit that he deserves.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
There's a lot of people that hate on him.
A lot of people hate on him because whatever his looks or some stupid things he's done. But what teenager hasn't done stupid things, you know?
People
Except
make
his get
mistakes.
magnified, right? Huh?
People make mistakes.
People make mistakes. His mistakes are under the microscope and they're magnified in the spotlight, so everybody sees it.
Yeah,
But he's, like you said, he's very, very talented.
really.
So you admire him a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Good, good. Okay, so the next question is, who are your musical inspirations? But that's pretty much
Just pretty much.
Adele, Justin
Yeah,
Bieber.
Adele, Justin Bieber, and Sia.
You listen to Adele's new album?
Yes, I
Like
did. Amazing. I love everything. Her new song, Hello. Awesome.
Okay, so last few things here. Currently, besides singing and dancing, do you play any instruments?
I do. I play the guitar and I play the piano.
Excellent.
So yeah.
Awesome. And where do you hope to be in 10 years?
In 10 years.
10 years.
I'll be like 26, right? Yeah.
So you're 16 now.
Yes.
Okay, so in 10 years you'll be 26. Quick, flash forward, and where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Tours. I just want to do tours.
You want to tour.
Yes, tour around the world. That'll be awesome.
You want to see the world and entertain millions.
Entertain millions, definitely.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Good.
Okay.
Rolling?
Well,
All right.
you already asked me questions. Now,
Yes.
let's change spots because I'm going to ask you questions.
Okay.
Alright, okay. So your first question.
First question.
What other producers, songwriters, and or artists do you see as your primary inspirations?
Primary inspiration has always been and will always be the Beatles. The Beatles are my primary inspiration because their catalog of music is like the musical Bible that everything else follows. So the Beatles is my favorite absolute artist that inspired me. Paul McCartney's probably the best songwriter I can think of. And what was it about the question?
Producers, songwriters, or artists?
Yeah, let's stick to the Beatles.
Okay.
And everything else comes from there.
Do you have a favorite musical project that you've worked on?
Gaby Borges.
Hey. No, you can be real even though you're just like, it's okay. No, for real, which one do you favorite?
Oh my goodness. You know, probably my favorite, believe it or not, is a current project that I'm working on now with a local band called Sun Ghosts. They're a phenomenal real band, and they've you know, after many years of me working on with other artists, and also working on film and TV and all, getting back into the studio with them this past year has been like, it's really currently my favorite thing, my favorite artist.
Why is it your
Because
favorite?
it's real, man. It's them in the studio writing and recording their songs, and me working with them and capturing their sound. They're real artists. I like real artists.
Is there an artist you wish to work with that you have not yet?
Paul McCartney. I
Ah.
mean, there's so many. I mean, Paul McCartney, Peter Gabriel, Sting. Then again, those are older artists. Let's see, what young artist would I love to get my hands on and change up a bit?
One that I know.
Yeah, right. I know. That's why I'm
I
conscious.
mean, I do know Paul McCartney.
I'm conscious of this.
And the Beatles.
Let me see. There's probably a really good answer to this one. You stumped me there. I mean, Justin Bieber's incredibly talented, and I'd probably take him and like just change him up completely. Like if I did a song with him, it would be like totally different.
How different? How would you change it?
Make him sing more, I don't know, acoustic country rock or something. I do something different.
Okay. Next question. How was it like working with me?
I loved working with you because, as I just mentioned, I love working with real artists, people who are real, and that's why when we first met, we discussed what should you do musically, and I told you be real, be Gaby. And that first song we did, maybe this time, you and I both know it's very personal.
Yeah.
And it's very real. And it was so real that I didn't even put you in the booth to sing. I brought you right next to me, and we sat together, and I just let you sing, and let you express your feelings, your emotions. And I also insisted that you write it. I wanted the words, the feelings to come from you. I took care of the music, but you took care of your feelings.
Yeah, we had such really good chemistry, and like me being able to express all my feelings to you, it was like, and you understanding, like you understanding how I felt and stuff.
Absolutely.
To be able to write that song was awesome. Do you have any advice for young people who want to make it big?
Be real. See, we're back to that now. People who want to make it big. Everybody is special in their own way. You need to express your realness. Express what you're really about, and your fans, your followers, your crowd will come to you. Okay, it may be different than somebody else's, but don't try to be what another artist is. And find your strength. Some people should just stick to singing. Others should just stick to dancing. Others should just stick to acting. It's okay to experiment and try different things, but my advice would be to find what makes you feel good, and just do that, and focus on that.
Next question, we have a couple more. How did you get started in the music and entertainment industry?
Well, I got started because my dad left his guitar lying around, and it was always there in front of me, and I would look at it as this strange object that I should do something with. And I was home alone, and then, back then we didn't have the internet. We only had 4 channels on TV. There was no Netflix, there was no YouTube. So there was a guitar in front of me, and there was a piano in the living room, and I just started playing. It's just a matter of picking it up, and once I started playing and making music with my hands, it felt so real, and it felt so good, and as time went on, I realized this is what I love more than anything. And somebody once told me, if you do what you love for a living, you never work a day in your life. So.
Okay. How do you value studio time? How do you get what you need to get done?
Oh, okay. I understand the question now. Studio time is very valuable because you only get a limited amount of time with the artist, and a producer, speaking as a producer should be transparent. A producer should be transparent in the sense that be ready for the artist when the artist arrives, make the artist feel comfortable. Have some artists come in with a front, a persona that they have. Knock away that persona, erase that facade, and let the person be real. Just be ready, be transparent, and once you find the right moment, hit record. That's it.
Okay. In your life, what experiences have been most important to you that related to music producing?
Repeat the question?
In your life, what experiences have been most important to you that related to music producing?
Organization, being organized, being ready at all times, learning to recognize a moment that's special and capture it. When you have a camera in your hands, you see something special, and you point, you click, and you get it, you capture it. The fact that you were ready with your camera, and the fact that you captured that moment, you can never capture it again. And the studio is the same way. So there's been moments that have been great in the studio between 2 singers, 2 songwriters, and I haven't captured it, and I've always regretted it. And then I tried to recreate it, and it's not the same. So in life, you have to be ready for any moment that might be special enough to capture, right? So in the studio, it's the same way.
Okay. Do you enjoy producing or songwriting more?
I can't answer that question. Well, I mean, I could, but there's really no set answer. I mean, they're two different things that are still very related. Writing songs, like with you I did both, right? I wrote songs and produced. Writing the songs with you was great because I got to know you as a person, and I got to listen to some of your experiences in life. And granted, you're only 16, but you've already had a lot of experiences that you wanted to tell me about. And as you told me those experiences, we put them on paper and we wrote songs about those experiences. So that process I loved. And then coaching you and putting you in front of the microphone and hitting record, that's the production part, right? I love that part. I know because everything we worked on writing, now we got to record. So I don't have a preference of one to the other. To me, they go hand in hand. One helps the other.
Okay. And well, lastly, who is your favorite artist currently?
Really? Favorite artist currently? Okay, I'll throw one at you. You know who I absolutely love? 5 Seconds of Summer.
Oh, you do?
I think they're amazing. You know why? Because they're 4 kids with their instruments and their voices, and that's it. I remember seeing the Jonas Brothers, and it was the 3 of them, right? But they had a whole band behind them, a band of professional, amazing musicians. So yeah, I was watching the Jonas Brothers, but they had all this whole band behind it that was so good. So who was I really listening to? But you watch 5 Seconds of Summer, and it's just the 4 of them. Nobody else. They write their songs, they talk about their experiences, they write catchy songs, they rock out hard in this world of techno, and turntables and DJs and all these DJs. I don't like the whole DJ thing. But when you get a band of 4 kids like 5 Seconds of Summer, and I see them, to me they're a great inspiration to kids nowadays.
Well, thank you.
Good, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, no, that's fine. You like 5 Seconds of Summer?
Yeah, I do.